CompTIA A Core 2 Complete Training Course. Exam Objective 4.6 Explain the importance of prohibited content activity, privacy, licensing, and policy concepts. Software licensing. Before we dive into the subtleties of software licensing, let's understand what software licensing actually is. Think of it as a set of rules and permissions that govern how you can use a piece of software. It's like a digital contract between you and the software creator, outlining what's allowed and what isn't. From how many devices you can install it on to whether you can use it in a corporate environment, these licenses are designed to protect the intellectual property of the software creator. In short, software licensing defines the boundaries of use. Overstep them, and you could face consequences ranging from a disabled application to hefty legal fines. With that in mind, let's explore some of the different types of software licensing you are likely to encounter. To begin, let's imagine software as a recipe. With open source software, the recipe, or the source code, is freely available to everyone. You can access it, modify it, and even share your changes with the world. It's like a community-driven cooking project where anyone can suggest new ingredients or tweak the instructions to improve the dish. This collaborative approach fosters innovation and transparency, which is why open-source software is so popular for developers and enthusiasts alike. Linux distributions, for example, are a shining example of the open-source philosophy. Now, let's shift gears to proprietary software, which may also be referred to as closed-source software. Picture this as a secret recipe guarded by a single chef. The source code is hidden from view, and to taste the dish, you usually need to pay for a license. It's like dining at a high-end restaurant. You don't know the exact ingredients, but you trust the chef to deliver a well-prepared meal. Proprietary software, such as Windows and Mac OS, often comes with polished user experiences, dedicated support, and a clear responsibility for updates and maintenance. In short, while open source invites collaboration and flexibility, proprietary software focuses on control and consistency, ensuring it works seamlessly in its intended environment. Both approaches have their strengths, depending on your needs and priorities. For proprietary software, it's not just about having a license, it's about having the correct license. The type of license you choose determines how and where you can legally use the software. For example, a personal use license for an operating system would be designed for individuals and is typically restricted to non-commercial purposes. A personal use license is appropriate for personal projects, like editing photos, playing games, or even brushing up on your tech skills. As such, using a personal license in a workplace or for professional tasks would be crossing the line and could violate the terms of your software agreement. On the other hand, a corporate use license is built for business environments. This type of license allows organizations to use the software professionally and often includes added perks like centralized management, dedicated support, or the ability to use it on multiple devices through volume licensing. It ensures that businesses stay compliant while meeting the demands of a professional setting. Using the wrong type of license might seem harmless at first, but it can lead to serious consequences, including fines or losing access to the software altogether. Now let's talk about the EULA, or End-User License Agreement, which is a legally binding contract between the software creator or publisher and the end user of a software application. If it helps, think of it as the software's rulebook, laying out exactly what you can and can't do. To provide an example, picture this: a technician downloads software and is greeted by a scrollable box filled with legal jargon. At the bottom, there's a button labeled Accept or I agree. Clicking that button is more than a formality, it's an agreement to abide by the terms outlined in the EULA. But here's the kicker: many EULAs are not read in their entirety, and therefore, some restrictions may be overlooked. For instance, installing Windows 10 Home Edition on your work computer might seem harmless, but it's a direct violation of its EULA, as it's intended for personal use only. Moving on, if the EULA is our software's rulebook, DRM is our enforcer. DRM, short for Digital Rights Management, is a collection of copyright protection technologies designed to prevent unauthorized use or duplication of digital media. For a DRM example, I will use HDCP. HDCP, short for High Bandwidth Digital Content Protection, ensures that content, like movies or TV shows, can only be played on authorized devices, preventing unauthorized copying of copyrighted content during HDMI transmission. Let's say you connect your computer to an external display that doesn't support HDCP. Do this, and you will be greeted with an error, and the content won't play. That's DRM at work, blocking unauthorized access to protect the content. In the IT world, DRM isn't just about controlling playback on devices, it's also about ensuring compliance with licensing agreements. Ignoring or bypassing DRM protections, even accidentally, can lead to serious consequences, including legal troubles or compromised security. Whether it's safeguarding premium content or proprietary software, DRM plays a critical role in maintaining the integrity of digital media. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more great content.